The dashboard clock read 3:47 p.m. when Officer Daniel Pierce spotted Malek Turner walking alone, just another black teenager in a white neighborhood, suspicious by default in the officer's eyes. The stop that followed was textbook harassment, but Pierce's mocking laughter when Malik mentioned his father's special forces career was his first and most catastrophic mistake. The suspended ex-military washout couldn't see the disciplined dignity in the boy's eyes, a mirror of the man who taught him to face injustice with quiet strength. 3 days later, when security cameras captured black SUVs circling the neighborhood and Pierce dug into classified files that returned only redacted warnings, the real game was already in motion. Darius Turner was coming home, and Oak Ridge Heights would never be the same. Before we dive back into this intense story, where are you watching from today? Drop a comment, hit that like button if you've ever faced unfair judgment, and subscribe. Tomorrow's special episode is one you won't want to miss. The afternoon sun beat down on Malik Turner's shoulders as he walked home from school, headphones pumping music, creating a bubble against the world. At 16, Malik had mastered moving through Oak Ridge Heights like a shadow, present but unseen, or so he preferred. In this predominantly white suburb where the Turner family had lived for a decade, being unseen wasn't always possible for Malik. As he passed Mrs. Ellis's house, her curtains twitched, as always. Malik kept his eyes forward, ignoring her gaze, just as his father had taught him. Keep your head up, but your guard higher. Some people will always see you before they see who you are. At Mr. Larson's corner store, the owner's eyes locked onto Malik through the window, suspicious as ever, despite Malik's countless visits for snacks after basketball practice. Malik turned up his music and kept walking. Then a police cruiser slowed beside him, matching his pace. His stomach tightened. He'd seen this before, usually with older guys, not high school sophomores on a Tuesday. The window rolled down, revealing Officer Daniel Pierce's stern face. "Hey you, hold up," Pierce called. Malik removed his headphones, his father's words echoing, "If they stop you, be polite. Be calm. Don't give them reasons." "Yes, sir," Malik said, voice steady despite rising anxiety. Officer Daniel Pierce, 32, new to the Oak Ridge Heights Police Department, carried himself with aggressive confidence. His close-cropped hair and rigid posture hinted at a military background, though few knew he'd washed out of training, a detail he omitted. "What are you doing in this neighborhood?" Pierce asked, scanning Malik. "I live here, sir, walking home from school." "ID?" "I'm 16. I don't have a driver's license, just my school ID." Malik reached slowly for his backpack. "Keep your hands where I can see them," Pierce snapped, hand on his holster. Malik froze, hands visible. "My school ID's in my backpack, sir." Pierce exited the cruiser, circling Malik as neighbors watched from cars and windows. "What's in the bag? Empty it." Malik set his backpack down, unzipping it to reveal textbooks, a water bottle, and basketball shoes. Pierce's demeanor shifted to contempt. "Where do you live exactly?" "Cedar Street, sir, number 1742, 3 blocks that way." "Parents home?" "My mom will be home soon." "What about your dad?" Pierce's tone turned mocking. "What kind of work keeps a man away from his family? You kids never seem to have a man at home, huh?" The implication stung, but Malik kept his expression neutral. "My dad's in special forces," he said quietly, matter of fact, no bravado. Pierce burst into laughter, loud enough for onlookers to hear. "Special forces? Your daddy's G.I. Joe, huh? That's rich, kid." Malik stayed silent, his face a mask hiding the anger and humiliation within. "Hey, Hayes," Pierce called to another officer in a second cruiser. "This kid says his daddy's in special forces. Maybe he works with Chuck Norris." Officer Hayes chuckled uncomfortably, noticing the growing crowd. Unseen, Zara Coleman, Malik's classmate, recorded the encounter from behind a tree, her finger hesitating but continuing to film. "Listen, G.I. Joe Jr., Pierce sneered, stepping closer. Next time, pick a believable story. I was in the military. I know what real soldiers look like. Malik remained silent, knowing better than to argue. Get your stuff and move along, Pierce said, bored by the lack of reaction. Stay out of trouble. As Malik repacked his bag, Pierce muttered to Hayes, Special Forces, my ass. Bet Dad's Special Forces of the couch. Malik walked away, headphones on but music off, Pierce's voice lingering. Pierce, meanwhile, turned to Hayes. Know anything about a Special Forces guy in this neighborhood? Hayes shrugged. Not that I've heard. This Turner kid's got me curious, though. Pierce's fixation grew. Malik's calm confidence had gotten under his skin. At 1742 Cedar Street, Malik entered the modest, well-kept Turner home, filled with the scent of lemon polish and jasmine candles. Family photos lined the walls. Nicole and Malik at his middle school graduation. Malik as a toddler. The three of them at the beach. But none showed Darius in uniform, by design. In the kitchen, Malik grabbed an apple, replaying the encounter. A memory surfaced. At 8, learning knots from Darius in the backyard. Why do I need this, Dad? Some skills you show, others you keep hidden until needed. Being invisible is sometimes the greatest advantage. Now, at 16, Malik was starting to understand. Nicole Turner entered, in business attire from her hospital administrator job. Hey baby, how was school? Fine, Malik said automatically. Nicole's look said she didn't buy it. Homework? Calculus and a history paper. She studied him. Something happened. Malik sighed. Got stopped by a cop on the way home. Nicole stiffened. What happened? Just the usual. Asked what I was doing, checked my backpack. Officer Pierce. Did he give a reason? No. What else? He asked about Dad. I said he's in Special Forces. Nothing else. Nicole's eyes narrowed. Malik, we've talked about this. You don't discuss your father's work, especially with police. It's about safety. I know, Mom. He said kids like me never have dads at home. I couldn't let him think Dad abandoned us. Nicole hugged him. Be careful. If he asks again, say Dad's in government consulting. That night, Malik got a text from Zara Coleman. Need to talk tomorrow about what happened after school. Uneasy, Malik replied. Okay. At school, Zara pulled him aside. I saw what happened with that cop. I recorded it. Why? Because it wasn't right. My dad's a civil rights attorney. He says always document. What are you doing with it? Nothing, unless you want me to. Was it true about your dad? Malik hesitated, then said, yes. Zara nodded. Cool. By lunchtime, word of the incident spread. Ethan Brooks taunted, heard you told Pierce your dad's Rambo. Malik ignored him, but Ethan pressed, my dad says your dad works at Burger Force. Your dad talks about my family at dinner? Weird, Malek shot back coolly. Ethan retreated, unnerved by Malik's steady gaze. Zara joined him. Ignore Ethan. His dad's the real estate guy caught posting racist stuff. They ate in silence. Then Zara said, Special Forces. That's intense. I don't want to talk about it, Malik said. Fair, Zara replied. But if Pierce bothers you again, tell me. My dad can help. Across town, Pierce dug into the Turner family, finding little online. Nicole's sparse Facebook and Malik's lack of social media raised his suspicions. He drove by their house, then questioned Evelyn Porter, a neighbor. Angela's a dear, works at the hospital. Malik's polite, shovels my walk. Darius is away a lot. Military, I think. Very private, she said. Pierce's inquiries yielded vague answers, fueling his obsession. That night, he watched their house, seeing Nicole and Malik inside. No sign of Darius. His radio crackled. Unit 4, what's your 20? Cedar Street, finishing patrol. He left, determined to uncover the truth. At midnight, Nicole answered a silent call from an unknown number. She sent a text to a secure phone. Another no call, same pattern. The reply, noted. Protocol 7. She deleted it, uneasy. Pierce, meanwhile, hit a wall in a police database. Classified clearance required for Darius Turner's file. Frustrated, he used his personal car to watch the house, creeping into their yard and finding a metal box in the shed with foreign currency, a coded notebook, and a photo of a younger Darius in desert camo, eyes piercing. Pierce photographed it, unsettled. Nicole stormed into the station with footage of Pierce breaking into their shed. Sergeant Carter promised an investigation, but his demeanor shifted at Darius's name. That evening, Nicole got a text. Complaint filed, flagged. Stand by. Across town, Zara found redacted military reports mentioning extraction team led by Turner and Operation Silencer, a classified unit. Her father warned, "If this is Malik's dad, stay out of it." Pierce, on desk duty, grew reckless. Black SUVs circled the neighborhood, unnoticed by him. At Mr. Larson's store, he confronted Malik. "Still telling fairy tales, soldier boy?" Malik held his gaze. "I'm done listening, sir," Pierce taunted. "Your dad's no hero, just good at killing." Malik replied, "Are we done?" Mr. Larson intervened, and Malik left, staying calm. Days later, Pierce, now suspended, arrested Malik at the basketball court, claiming a disturbance. Zara live-streamed it. Nicole demanded Malik's release at the station. Pierce taunted Malik in a holding room. "Not so tough without Daddy." Malik stayed silent. Sergeant Carter intervened. "You're suspended, Pierce." "This ends now." As they argued, Darius entered the station, his military ID with red markings silencing the room. "I'm here for my son," he said. Carter, a former serviceman, recognized the ID's significance. "There's been a misunderstanding," he said, releasing Malik. Darius handed Carter a document requesting records of Pierce's actions, leaving him seething. That night, Pierce led an unauthorized raid on the Turner house with off-duty officers, finding nothing incriminating. Darius had disabled their cars, trapping them. He called a Pentagon contact, escalating the situation. The next day, Pierce, unhinged, grabbed Malik at school, announcing a fake arrest. Zara live-streamed, sparking outrage. Darius entered the station, confronting Pierce with legal documents and credentials. "You're holding a minor illegally," he said calmly. Federal agents arrived, and Pierce was removed, ranting about conspiracies. Pierce vanished, cutting his ankle monitor. Darius prepared the house with reinforced locks and cameras. A fake text from Zara's number lured Malik to a park, but he showed Darius, who confirmed it was Pierce. Smoke grenades hit the house, and Pierce grabbed Malik, gun to his head. Darius tracked them to a warehouse via Malik's watch. Inside, Pierce ranted about Darius being a dangerous operative. Malik stayed calm, observing. Darius entered, disarming Pierce with precise strikes. SWAT and federal agents stormed in, securing Pierce. 3 weeks later, at a packed town hall, Darius spoke. "What happened to my family wasn't unique, just visible." He called for police accountability and community oversight, earning applause. Pierce faced federal charges in a psychiatric facility. Chief Larson resigned, and reforms followed. Malik returned to school as a symbol of resilience, mentoring younger students. Zara's video sparked national discussions. Darius opened the Turner Resilience Academy, teaching youth leadership and self-defense. Mrs. Ellis apologized, and neighbors embraced change. Henry Brooks gifted a 1968 newspaper about his brother breaking barriers, displayed at the academy. At dinner, Malik shared he'd speak at graduation about resilience. Darius nodded proudly. A secure message confirmed his contacts were watching. Oak Ridge Heights had changed. Barriers crumbled. Neighbors connected. Darius, Malik, and Nicole turned pain into progress, proving dignity and restraint could reshape a community. What would you risk to protect your family from injustice? Like and subscribe for more stories where courage meets consequence.